So I literally don't know what I'm doing anymore on my channel. I you know, excuse all my little flakes falling. I need to wash my hair. Um, Putting dry shampoo in it just to extend the longevity. But anyway, I started this channel back in 2019 or 2018, and it's supposed to be like spirituality. I was supposed to be doing readings, and I did do that. um I haven't done it in a while, but now I feel like as time has progressed or time has passed, I don't I want to create like other content, and I do create other content. I do make content that's like lifestyle related, like about the books that I read, and whatnot. But like there's other things that I'm into, and other things that I do, like hair, for example, and I don't really post much of that content on here, but maybe I should. But the point is, I have no idea like what I'm doing anymore at this point. I don't know if I'm being called to like transition, or like take a pause, or just try something different. But yeah, I just feel like I'm at a crossroads with my channel, and I I'm just, I don't know, you know. So yeah. So there's that. And let me see, how are we doing? Should I spray a little bit more? Let me spray a little bit more. Um yeah, so I'm not really sure what to do, what to not not that I'm not sure what to post. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore at this point. Um but yeah, I am currently so I do hair, right? Like I'm also a hairstylist. Aside from being a psychic medium, like during the daytime when I'm Clark Kent, I am a hairstylist. And I've been doing hair for years, for ever, since as long as I can remember. I've been doing hair since I was like 15 years old. But when I was doing hair when I was 15, it wasn't anything like that I was taking very seriously. It was just um, like a hobby kind of thing. I used to braid like my hair, my friend's hair. Um, I would make like little side money here and there, and sometimes just do it like for free for my friends, because we're like hanging out and whatnot. But yeah, I've been doing hair since I was 15 years old. And then when I got pregnant, I thought like I wanted to do something because I didn't get my degree. I didn't graduate from college. I'm still in college. As long as I've been in college, I should have my doctorates and my PhD. But, that's neither here nor there. Everybody's journey is different. But, yeah, I basically feel like, I've been doing hair for a long time. So gonna make some tea. When I got pregnant, I ended up going to beauty school because I felt like I needed to do something that was like quick and that would allow me to spend time with my daughter, or with my child, when she arrived, and that would give me like flexibility. And that's what I thought I should do. And it was something that I enjoyed doing, as like a hobby. and I was pretty good at it. So I thought, like, it only made sense to pursue something that I enjoyed, um, that or was already like pretty much doing. Yeah, so I went to beauty school and I got my license maybe like a year after I graduated from school. It took me a while because I was moving in slow motion, but I've been licensed since like 2012. And yeah, but as life would have it, I've had a lot of ups and downs in terms of like doing hair. And there's been a lot of pauses in my beauty career. And there are certain things inside of like what I do that I feel like I'm not that good at, and maybe it's just me being like really critical of myself. And I feel like I still need training. I still feel like I need to be an assistant because I'm not ready to be behind the chair. I'm not ready to be like a full-blown stylist. And it's kind of crazy to say that, especially having been in the game as long as I have. I've been doing hair for like 12 plus years, so, or, like more than that, I licensed for 12 years. 12 plus years. So it's kind of crazy to like even live in that realm. But it is something that I enjoy doing, and I do love the fact that the beauty industry is so vast. And if you feel like you don't want to do one thing, you can always pivot into something else. There's always something else that you could be doing within the beauty industry. So anyway, when I started my beauty journey, and I worked at a hair salon as an assistant, because when I started off, I thought I was like, oh, I'll be fine if I just work in a salon commission, like it's not gonna be a big deal, like I'll get through it. But I realized that there was a lot of things that I still didn't know, and I needed further training on. So a fellow coworker of mine, when I worked at my first hair salon, he suggested that I go work at a salon in the city where, I can work as an assistant and work under other stylists and, get more training. So I took his advice and I did that. But like I said, as life would have it, I allowed so many factors to get in between me and my career. And I would get very distracted, namely my relationships with people would get in the way of my success, or like my progression inside of my beauty career. So, tea's ready. And be right back. So, sorry. I figure I should just talk while I'm doing what I'm doing. So, actually, brief interim pause on what I was talking about. I'm getting myself ready for work this morning. Well, for work again, because I already worked this morning. But, yeah, so I worked at this hair salon in the city, and like I said, I let a lot of, like, I was in a relationship, and it really took a toll on me at one point, where I felt like, I thought, you know, my boyfriend was basically cheating on me. And I wanted to get to the bottom of what was going on. And I couldn't focus. I couldn't freaking focus on what I should have been focusing on, because I was so hyper focused on the fact that I needed to know what was wrong in my relationship. And unfortunately for me, I let that get in the way of basically all the progress I was making at work. I was getting to work late. Or I wouldn't show up to work. Just a lot of stupid ish, you know, a lot of dumb shit. And I ended up losing that job. And I was doing so good. Like, my manager loved me, the clients loved me, the boss loved me. Like, it was a perfect setup. But because I wasn't focused on the things I needed to be focused on, obviously, you know, that didn't work out the way that I wanted, or the way that it could have worked out. So yeah, so that happened. And then that kind of went on to be this case. That kind of went on to be the story of my life. As to why I have not gotten to where I could be or should be. And you know, it's ridiculous, you know, when I think about it in hindsight. But at the same time, I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. I'm still human. You know, we all have our things. You know, some of us handle situations better than others, you know, and kudos to those people that do. You know, wish we could all be like you. You know, but for those of us that have a harder time maneuvering through life, you know, like, it is what it is, you know. So anyway, long story short, that was pretty much the case. So anytime I would end up working at a hair salon, if I was in a relationship that was toxic, which was a lot of the time, I would end up hyper focusing on my relationship and not doing, you know, not being present in the things that I needed to be present for. So I feel like I've just not done, I've not reached my maximum potential when it comes to, you know, doing hair at a capacity where I feel like I'm the shit, you know. And it's not to say like that I don't do hair well. I do. I think I do hair pretty good. But like I said, there are certain aspects of hair, like hair cutting and coloring, that I feel like I could just be so much better at if I would have been more consistent with work, you know, with paying attention. And there were times, but again, like I said, I allowed for other things to get in the way of what really mattered. So here we are. Yeah, so I say all of that to say that I am on a journey. I am still on a journey. And, you know, I'm working still as a hairstylist, as Clark Kent. And I've taken a break from doing readings because I just don't feel like I have the space to do anything for anyone else, like read for other people or anything like that. And it's not to say that I can't help other people. I can, while I'm going through, you know, my own journey. But I just feel like I'm not being fair to me. And I feel like I've people pleased so much my entire life and compromised so much of myself and my time for, you know, in the name of other people, in the name of, you know, of like keeping a relationship alive or whatever, what have you, you know, in the name of not being alone, in the name of whatever you want to call it. And I feel like I'm tired of doing that. I want to finally take the time for me, for myself. I want to be very, very selfish with myself at this time, at this point in time. I do not want to share my time with anyone else. And that to me, you know, means that I am not reading for people at this time. So if I'm not reading for other people, then you should know that the lifestyle portion of, you know, this channel is me doing hair because that's the other side of me, you know, and that's actually a very big portion of me because this is something that I do every day on a regular basis. This is how I make my living, you know, this is how I live. So I think that maybe sharing this aspect of myself might be beneficial to discuss here and talk about, you know, since I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing on my channel anymore. But you know, trial and error. So yeah, maybe I'm just sharing with you now other aspects of me that are totally encompassing of who I am, or what I do, not who I am. Also, I want to take more time because I will eventually get back, you know, to doing readings. I might pop up and do a reading, you know, at any time, honestly. But not for people, just not like for anyone individually. It would probably be more like a collective reading, not personal readings. I might do collective readings still, but not personal readings. But I definitely feel like, you know, maybe I'm being called to pivot, and I feel like during this time, it's important that I take more time, like I said, to myself, and like meditate and do things like that so that I can get more answers, you know, like delve deeper inside of me and, you know, practice what I preach, what I tell other people to do. So anyway, it's just my little, I guess, rant, me sharing another aspect of me, and like low-key maybe vlogging. Hi Vlogtober. And just sharing a little bit more, in hopes that this can be inspirational maybe for someone else, my ranting and my babbling about my channel. But anyway, I am gonna get myself together because finish doing what I'm doing, because I need to get myself ready for work in a little while. So I want to do everything that I need to do this morning, and I will chit chat with y'all next time.